British Columbia's premier and the leader of the federal Conservative Party have recently gotten into a very public war of words due to a letter. Premier David Eby was in Terrace at the end of last week to announce some funding headed the way of the Northwest BC Resource Benefits Alliance, and not long after, he was asked about Pierre Poilievre writing a letter directed at him.
It was an unusual letter from the leader of the opposition. He suggested that we allow the federal government to administer our carbon tax program here in BC. If we did that with the increase on April 1st that all Canadians are seeing, it would mean less money for British Columbians. We're returning more than the amount of the increase through our program. If we don't do our program, the federal government does theirs, it means less money for British Columbians. So he obviously doesn't understand our program, or if he does understand it, he's just being disingenuous with the request.
Poilievre has since fired back at Eby by saying that under both Eby and Justin Trudeau, many BC residents are being forced to eat bologna since that is all that they can afford. The main goal of the initial letter seemed to be to try and get Eby to join Poilievre and 7 other Canadian premiers from Ontario, Alberta, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, as well as Nova Scotia, in their mission to halt carbon tax increases. But Eby has not budged on his stance regarding the carbon tax, which in the case of BC is still in the provincial government's control, although they have agreed to increase it when scheduled by the federal government. For CFTK-TV News, I'm Cael Maslin.